Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 2. So, if you haven't been paying attention, I announced that I'm reviewing all the seasons of this show, the 2012 series, and lead up to the new Ninja Turtles movie, Mutant Mania. And I do plan to talk about all the Ninja Turtles movies, live action and animated. Uh, these are all the theatrical release movies. I'm sure there's like direct to video movies and specials. We're not going to talk about that. But I did want to review every season of the show, one season a month. And so we are talking about Ninja Turtles season 2, 2012. I reviewed season 1. Now we're talking about season 2. Season 2 is really cool at doing a lot of things. And there will be spoilers in this review because, I mean, I do have to talk about spoilers, but I'm going to wait to do the spoilers because they're pretty big spoilers, and I do really want you to see this season. But I am going to spoil season 1 a little bit. So after the defeat of the Krang of last season, our heroes kind of grow arrogant a little bit. In the first half of the season, they kind of have to grow out of that. But also, it's kind of like they're really going to grow out of that in season 3, which is a great idea because our heroes save the world. They're pretty ego, and then, but when the season starts, they make a lot of mistakes, setting us up for the Empire Strikes Back type season this is going to be. Which I mean by that is like, we'll get to that when we talk about the end of the season. But you know what I mean? So that is really great to see. I liked how you really see the Turtles become more of a team in season 1. But now we're seeing, all right, they're a team. They're still learning a little bit, obviously, because they're still young. But they're also learning to be heroes more still. And I really love that. Then you get the introduction of Casey Jones in the season, which I like Casey Jones. However, Casey Jones, I feel like can be a little bit annoying in this show. I don't really feel like it's weird. Casey Jones is kind of a badass. In this show, he's more just annoying to me. That's just me personally. I know a lot of fans really love him in the show. I was like, whatever with him. But then you get April having her dad turn into a mutant and being away from the Turtles. So that gives us time to really learn more about Casey before he's properly introduced to the Turtles and comes back to the team. And that's fun. I like that dynamic. And yeah, I like that a lot. Seeing some of the new mutants in this season. I did like seeing Tiger Claw, and I liked seeing Baxter Stockman become a fly. Also, seeing more of Karai go throughout the season was really interesting. But yeah, this is just a great season. Now, let's really get into the big thing to talk about. So this season ends with the Turtles getting their asses handed to them. Splinter, from what the Turtles know, is basically dead. They're hoping he's not, but they don't know. Karai saves him after Karai was turned into a mutant. And Karai's story about her learning about her true family was really fascinating and interesting. Really loved that story and that dynamic in this show because, yeah, that's really great. Shredder beating up Leonardo, brutally injured him. He's still unconscious by the end of this. See that sequence where he's thrown through the window, which was obviously a homage to that scene in 1990 Turtles, the movie, where Raphael is thrown through the ceiling, but this time he's thrown through a window. Still, this was a lot more impactful that you're like, that's horrible. And then, seeing Krang's actually invade and the Turtles literally have no way of stopping it. And then they have to flee the city. And it's just like, all that's so powerful. It's so dynamic. It's literally one of the greatest season finales to any show I've ever seen. The only problem I have with this season is Irma is a Krang bot. And what bugs me about her being a Krang bot is she literally makes a lot of indication she knows what's going on, and that's a great twist because that's what they were setting up clearly. But there's also points in the season I'm like, wouldn't you I don't know, wouldn't Irma be more inclined not to do certain things? Like some of the lines of dialogue and decisions she makes are a little weird. It's hard to explain, but yeah, a lot of them are a little bit weird on second viewing. But either way, it was a very good season overall. And I really appreciated that. And yeah, this is way better than season 1. for that finale alone that leaves you in such an edge of your seat. Like, I gotta know what happens next in the next part of the story. And yeah, I cannot wait to talk about season 3. Season 3 is is pretty is the moment I stopped watching the show consistently. Up until this point, I could kind of see I've seen the show pretty consistently. Season 2 was the moment it stopped being very, or not season 2. Season 3 was the moment it stopped being very consistent because of the fact that like season 3 was the moment that it kind of got boring for a lot of fans. But we'll talk about that when we get to that. We'll talk about that in June. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.